Nalay?
Yes, thank you, sir, and thank all of you for your patience. I know we are pressed for time, and I hope I don't test your patience in the meantime. I will not take a lot of time, but I have a very simple message to make. I'll spend about 5 minutes talking about the message and another 5 minutes seeing how that is applicable to the topic in the area of IP. Um, the theme for my talk today is utility models, but I would like to put it in the context of something which people have been talking about for quite some time, which is small is good and smaller is better. So basically, where the reason I thought of this theme was because you talk about patents, which are about big technologies. In one of the earlier sessions, there was a talk about transformational innovation, big innovations. Utility models, which is my topic, is something which you can call small patents. So the 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 point in people's mind generally about utility models is that it's something small, it's for small innovations. In that context, when I was just thinking about certain analogies, which is one of my favorite things to talk about, when you talk about small is better, you go back to the 1960s when Japan really, became very popular for miniaturizing everything. They made microelectronics popular, and they became a really powerful industrial nation on account of smaller is better. So that's one thing. Second, once I got into the patent field, I was an R&D person earlier. I was told smaller is better in patent claim. So the smaller the patent claim is, yeah, the smaller you can write a patent claim in general. I'm not generalizing. The broader the claim is. So that struck me as something truly inspirational, and then it soon realized the impact of that. Another third one where I found small is better is, when I was trying to explain to my son the concept of golf. We were used to games like cricket and football where, you score more runs. Baseball, you score more runs. In football, you score more goals. That's better. But when golf, I had a tough time explaining to him that the lower the score is, the better you are. Yeah. So that's another one. The fourth and final point I wanted to make in terms of taking a catchphrase in your mind is, during my R&D days I spent some we used to brainstorm and come up with ideas, and one of my colleagues came up with an idea and I thought it wasn't a very good idea, and I said, this is Chota Pepsi. Just to explain to you people, Chota Pepsi was an advertising campaign by Pepsi in those days, where they sold bottles, the usual 750 ml, they made it smaller. Fairly successful campaign. So I referred to it as that's not a very good idea, but it actually turned out to be a pretty good idea, and which we could implement in the factory later on. And so in general, one believes that smaller is not in general. Actually, bigger is better, but there are certain cases where smaller is better. So now coming to the topic of that I want to present about today, the thought in people's mind is that utility models are, for small innovations, utility models are something where you can get a protection for a small innovation, small patents, yeah, Chota Pepsi of patents. Just to explain to people who don't understand what is Chota, Chota means small, yeah, small Pepsi. So I don't want to endorse Pepsi here in any way, but except I don't see any of our colleagues from there, but except for the water bottle that we have over here. But now coming on to the topic, utility models should be adopted. That takes up 5 minutes of my time. The other 5 minutes we'll spend on trying to see whether utility models really are what it is touted to be. Are they really something which one should go for rather than big innovations where you can get patent protection? Yes, just a kind of, I would like to acknowledge that this wasn't my original research work, or was not. It was work done by my European colleagues on collecting information about utility models from around the world, timelines, the cost, the other advantages and disadvantages of utility models. And this work is a bit, out of date, one can say, but the general learnings I think are still relevant today. This was from work about 3 or 4 years ago. Now, the perception about utility models is that generally you have lower cost. There's a low inventive threshold. Yeah, the threshold, the inventive step that is strictly applied to patents is not so strongly applied to utility models. That's the perception as a perceptional advantage. Yeah, And the speed to grant, you can actually get utility models granted faster. And there is a grace period available in terms of an accidental disclosure before filing of a utility model. And the disadvantage in people's mind, again, the perception is that it's generally possible only for mechanical inventions. So what is the reality? So my colleagues spent some time looking at the various jurisdictions, the timelines, the cost, and so forth. Looking at cost, they found that the cost of obtaining a utility model is not so much lower than that for a patent. Yeah, there's such a large number of countries where we have interest in, or most countries, companies or people are interested in, and found that only in these countries it's actually marginally lower, only 10% lower. And if there's one additional office action that you need to answer, even that 10% cost advantage that you have can actually get cancelled. Here, you can see there are a couple of points here. Australia and Indonesia are put in a different color. The point I wanted to make there was that those are the two countries, at least in this list, and in all the charts.